Hello everyone, welcome to the stream, welcome back for Satisfactory Update 5 and our Mega Base, hopefully to be. Hey Jeff, welcome, thank you for claiming first, and how are you this evening? We made some good progress on Saturday. We finished off that crazy computers build that we had started on Thursday that went horribly the whole time on Thursday, and then we moved on to the heavy modular frames, which went much better. And then we noticed we had a power problem. So we went up to the coal on the Crater Lakes and started to set up some power up there. And we set up one array. I set up a second one off camera. I also did some finishing work on the factories, the computers and the heavy modular frames factory. So we're going to do a short tour, and then we will move on to setting up the stuff for the space elevator. So here I am at the computer factory. I have done the usual sort of finishing exterior work here, but yeah, free tour. But I did it a little bit differently here because of the size and the position of this factory. So I have I put some of the roof tiles in, but where it overlaps here with the station, I use the station as the roof, and then here, this is where the service floor is for the station. So I buttoned that up kind of nicely here. Yes, shut up, Ada. Jeez. And so we have the space we need to expand the manufacturers here by at least two more. By two more, I think, is what we planned. And we have everything coming in. We have we made quite a few computers already. And I don't know how many did we make. Let's see. Everything's on again, by the way. Everything that we turned off last time I turned back on. Oh, we almost have a full station of computers. That's a lot of computers. All right, let's head now. Timetable, delete that one, and move down here to RD HMF. Let's drive through the base. I did the under supports too on the station, kind of like we've been doing. Everything kind of has that same look and feel that we've kind of settled on, for better or for worse. And we can see that as we drive by here. Might use another support over there for more logic, but can you play Doom on those? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can actually, no, you can play what's that crazy game in the hub? I forget now. What's that called? The game they added in the hub at the beginning of Fixmas. I can't remember what they called it now. Why are we stopping? Okay, thank you. Yeah, the packaging game. Yep. I forget what it's called now. Somebody mentioned it somewhere a couple weeks ago, and I was like, what are they talking about? And then it finally occurred to me what they were even talking about, so there's that too. Alright, and so here you can see the underside of this factory as well. All done up nicely. Autosave, thank you. And yeah, that one doesn't surprise me. We should be able to go now. Oh no, you've got priority there. Okay. There we go. We'll just hop out here and take a look at how many of these we have made up. But the pipes are the real impediment for this particular build, because we are way oversubscribed in our pipe making. Although wire, we're oversubscribed way on that one too. So yeah, we're not quite to a half a bin yet. So there's that. While we're here though, I could have done this at the computer factory. We can take a look at the power. We're consuming actually right around what we were consuming before we shut the power off last time. Right around 2,400 megawatts. So we didn't necessarily need the power, but you can see that it's fluctuating just enough that maybe it was overtaxing the batteries eventually over time, kind of thing. But now we have this nice 1,200 megawatt buffer, which we're going to go take a look at shortly. But before we do that, I want to stop. I want to take a look around a little bit here, because we need to see what else we might need to have for building with. Let's grab these. Just one stack, I think. No, we better take a second stack. And computers I should have grabbed, but I think I have some somewhere. Maybe not. Let's see. We should grab... I need steel. I need steel stuff. Don't need that. We probably could get some more beams. Yeah, let's go. Let's do a tour de base here and see if we can gather some stuff up. RD. Nope. Steel. There we go. Steel beams. In you go. Okay, hop out. Let's grab some for 5 stacks, maybe? Hey, Addicted. How are you this evening? Hydrate already. Okay, let me set up a route here, and then we'll go over there. Let's do... let's see. Do I need motors? Probably. Rotors. Yeah, and then we'll probably need... I'd be okay on those. Small frames? Yeah, okay. Let's do this. Let's go to rip MF. MF. Save. You didn't hear the poke audio? I did. Did I screw something up? I don't think so. And here's your hydrate. Yeah, most likely. Thanks, Jeff. I don't know. We'd have to trigger it again to see. Oh, yes, I did screw it up. Now it should work. You want to try, Jeff? There it is. Did you hear it that time? Okay. I should have done this slightly differently. No! Oh, I didn't say that. I wouldn't agree, or I would not. Jeez, oh, Pete. Oh, I see the problem. Let me fix that. At least I think I see the problem. Heard the gabble, but not the poke. Oh. That makes it worse. Because they should be routed through the same spot. Don't know. Yeah, they have a different source, but that should still... Maybe that'll do it. Who knows? Fixing things in live. Weird. Let's see. There. Yes.
Poke, poke, poke. Is that all you do?
Did you hear it that time? Addicted to Channel 1. Should get a reshoot. Yes, indeed. Alright, now I just need to fix this so I can hear it again. That's how my life works. Monitor and output.
Poke, 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 poke. Is that all you do?
There we go. It's alive. Okay. And I played them both. Bloodspot fixed it. Yes, indeed. Okay. We were here. We got these. Anything else here? I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, yes. Sorry. Excuse you. My train is in your way. I'm going to send this up to plate 2 here. Save. And I want to do some walking for a moment.
Poke, 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 poke. Is that all you do?
There you go. Now it's echoing? Ugh. Did it on shoot too? About this?
Poke, poke, poke. Is that all you do?
Did it echo that time? Blame Caledorn, yes. It's hashtag blame Caledorn, though. Couple of those. Don't need stators. But motors we could use, and I believe those are here. Motors. Yep. Blame hashtag Caledorn? Yeah. Did it echo that last time I played it, or did you not hear it at all? I don't know. What did I get for monkeying with things? That's what I get for trusting Jeff. That's what it is. Still echoed really bad. How about that? Did you hear it that time? So where is that routing the sound in to me? Where is that coming in from? That's weird. Oh, it could be here.
Poke, poke, poke. Is that all you do?
I was planning on doing work, but...
Poke, poke, poke. Is that all you do?
How about that one? Did you hear that one? Ooh, that was loud. And echo that time? That's weird. Also, what the heck did I just do to screw up my microphone? Now my microphone is blastingly loud in OBS. Weird. Now I'm redlining in OBS on my microphone. I've had this happen before. What did I do to fix it before? I don't remember. Maybe that's better now? I don't know. Let's push it away. It'll be fine. First one was better. I have no idea which one was which. Which one was which. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure it out though, because it's not something I can really test on, or not on stream. All right, let's get back to work here. So we sent the train up there. This stuff should all be able to be torn apart. Although I could take those computers. Yeah, let's tear some of this apart. How much stuff is... Oh, I'm gonna get a lot of stuff. Let's not do that now. I'll do that later. These frames, how many frames do I have left here? I think we took them all, didn't we? Yeah, good. Here I have stuff and things still. I'm gonna end up shredding all of this stuff. Oh, I guess I could have taken those rotors. What do you have for cable? Take a little bit more cable. Screws. Where's the screws at? Do I not have screws again? One of these. Oh, I put those back now. That in here. Some of these. I have too many flower petals. Let's throw away another stack of those. Fresh. Oh, that's weird then too, because it's like redlining in OBS right now. I can never win. I can never win. Actually, you know what I meant to do that I didn't go do before we started? I meant to go... Actually, I have a story to tell too. I meant to go get some more jet fuel before I started, and then I forgot about it. In... After I fixed the power last time, the, what's that? Oh, that is. After I fixed the power last time, it was fluctuating. I kept seeing it jump back and forth between, like 1 to 2 generators under, and then back up to the... No, not a jet fuel story. And then back up to whatever, par, or whatever you want to call it. And then it would jump back down again, and then it'd jump back up again. And I was like, what is going on? And I went around and I checked every generator on the new stuff, and they were all full of water, and they were all getting their coal at the moment that they would burn the previous one. So I'm like, okay, well, it's not those. So I came down here to the original ones, and I started looking through those, and 1 or 2 generators on each array had almost no water in it. And I was like, what? What the heck? So I ended up grabbing those power shards and overclocking one of the water pumps for a moment, so that we could get a little bit more water in the system to get it back up to full. And so now it's all happy again. Good. This is good. This is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, 8. That's good. Pipe stuff we don't need. Wire we could use. Oh, geez. Yeah, wire's a bit of a problem. Wire. Rods I already grabbed. We can grab some plates to fill up the supply here. Oh, you're over here. Okay. Although, not much room. What do I have too much of? Everything. Alright. Now, one more stop. Let's go up here to circuit boards. And then we'll head up the mountain. Because that's where we're going to build the space elevator. I wonder if I have everything I need for the space elevator. I should check before we leave. Remember to check when I get out of the train. Because apparently I have no brain cells. I should probably also come back here and build these guys their supports. Remember. Honestly, though, it's just... It's so much time. We've talked about this before. It's so much time to do the decorative stuff that I just don't... Oh, I did those wrong. Oops. Oh no, I don't have any circuit boards. Okay, well, we're going to leave the train sitting here. And it's going to block them from going to the computers. I'm going to come over here and fix this. What insane person did this? Oh, and I don't have enough space. Right. Foundations. Inverted up corner 1. There. You didn't know you had to put the freight first, otherwise the station would be backwards. Oh, in terms of the order or the orientation, you have to put the station down. The station down before you can put the loader or the freight platform in. But you had him backwards or whatever. Lame Calidorn, yes indeed. Won't take long. We'll just wait for him. I suppose I could have thrown away. What I really should do is put away like some of these things that I don't need, like the chainsaw, the rebar gun. Because if I'm not using my Christmas sword, I'm using the snowballs. So I can even put away the regular Xeno Basher. That's what I should have done. Oh well. And also put away. Could have also gotten rid of some of these copper sheets too, because we don't really need those. I don't think. That's enough. All right, let's go one more place. Up here to Crater Lakes. Oops. Crater Lakes Power. And that'll be the end of the tour. Yes, go. I really wish we could blow up those huge trees. Stupid huge trees. On to the gift shop. Yes. I long for the day when I can rip up all this coal power. That'll be nice. Replace it all with fuel. So today we're gonna make this intersection into an actual T intersection. We're gonna extend it that way, and then we can put the space elevator up here. I didn't remember. Put the space elevator up here and put the construction stuff for it up here. And then let's look at that. I'm gonna have to go back downstairs again. Wire. I don't have enough wire. Dang it. But I also don't have enough room for it, so we're going to have to figure something out. Bad remember, but yes. So, we have the miner here. I did all the decoration for it. I put railings all the way around this whole platform here. But otherwise, it's more or less the same old Wall-E style power plant here that we're used to. Nothing fancy, of course. But there's that. So maybe I should do this. And I can throw some of this stuff in the wagon. I shouldn't go to the base to get the wire. I should go to, like, here, to the actual wire plant. I should go someplace to steal it. Because... yeah. I need to steal it. Alright, one more tour. A 3-hour tour. It's kind of weird you can't see your inventory when you're in the train. You can pull up the configurator, of course. You can't hit tab to see your inventory. Interesting that it wouldn't pull through. Because those trains didn't interact. Oh, it was this one. Okay. Yeah, these are too close. That's a bummer. Calendar was right, everybody. Alright. So I need to do this. I also need to keep it from docking and trying to steal the stuff. We need to go in here. No, in here. And then, cancel docking. Okay, now can I? Alright, fine. In that case, turn off, cancel docking. That's what we needed to do. Okay, yes, yes, good, good. Throw some of this random stuff in the box. And then I can grab like 3 stacks of wire. Nope. What else do we need? That's plenty of that. We could use more plate. We could use some more rods too. That's going to be a bit different to come up with. Well, no. Yes, 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 sorry. Drop some of that stuff off, too. I'm going to interrupt everything here for a moment. Take some more plate. You can stay here for a moment. And we're going to go up and grab 2 more stacks. 2 more stacks of rods. So we can build the space elevator. Kind of a bummer. That's what I get for not remembering things. Blame Calidorn. Thank you, autosave. Uno dos. Okay. It always freaks me out, that spot right there, because I can't see the ramp until it's too late. Okay, here we are. Not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Delete that. Now let's go back up to the Crater Lake Power, but we're going to stop before we get there. Yep. So, because I have no signals between those two intersections, no trains can go through either of these intersections while the train is still continuing down this ramp, or up this ramp from the other one. That's too bad. Which means I will probably have to move both of those two buildings at some point, if the base gets big enough. Alright, let's stop here. That signal needs to go. Apparently I had room for it. Oh yeah, because we didn't have a full stack of those. And we need to continue this rail that way. Some distance. Go 11 for now, that's fine. Let's see, you here. 1, 2, 3. 2. And you here. Here. Excellent. And 2 more for you. And we go straight across. Not that I ever really expect anyone to do this, but just in case. Right there. And right here. One of these goes... No, we can't put those up yet. We need to have some straight rails first. Lana, welcome. 20 months. Thank you for the resub. 6, 7, 8, and a bonus one. Heyo. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more at least. How are you this evening? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so we would have... We have the path signal there. Try and not make the same mistake twice here. Which means we can't have a regular signal here. Which means we need to have one there. So we need to go one more segment. Yeah, this is what Calendar was telling me about on Saturday, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, Ontario. Welcome. And it's the Ontario Gardener. Go here. Alright, so we need to have this one, be a block signal right there. And then it can also be a block signal here once we are ready to put it in. Hey Jeff, you are green now. Yeah, after the other day he tried to add a quote and it didn't work. I promoted him. This, but not this. This. Watch out, he's armed. He's got a sword. He knows how to use it. This one, but I don't think this one actually stays here. Okay, so this is the soonest we can make another intersection. This game gets so huge. Let's do that for now. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Right here. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 2. Don't tell my boss. Let's see. 2 here. Most shoot up the ranks, indeed. Here. And here. Okay. So, this is a block signal here. This is a path signal here, which means that I was right. This one goes away. And then over here, we need to continue into this station, however the heck we're going to do it. Which I don't know yet. But I think it's going to require blowing up a lot of these trees. Which I have to say I'm a little excited about. We'd also blow that rock up. Not with the inhaler, we're not. There we go. And we could get that thing if we wanted. Uh-huh. I think we'll just do... No, I didn't go far enough. I don't know if I'll be able to reach that one either. We'll give the old college try. Nope, not far enough. None of them. Oh well. Alright, nope, the other way. There we go. Let's start laying out some foundation here. We're gonna need a lot of it. A lot of it. I don't even know how many stations we're gonna need here, but we're gonna need a lot. And that's the end of the concrete I have. That'll be a good start. There you go. I have more concrete in the train, but now that I have the train with the car on it, I should have loaded it up with more concrete. Okay. All this goes away. Oops. I think we have all this stuff. Are we really that close to the ground here? Ha! Oopsie. Hello. Sorry I blew up your friend. I'm gonna blow you up too. Is that one of the bad ones? It is one of the bad ones. Well, that's gonna have to be growing in the middle of whatever we do here, because... yeah. Oof. Yep. I need to fix that too. Oh no, does that also affect those? No. Okay. That'll be fine then. We're just gonna have to figure this. We just have to work around it. I sure am not gonna try and replace it. Oh wait. Autosave again? Seems suspicious. I might have to remove some of this so that I can build myself a little path. Get back to the train. Oh, you can see me, can you? No. Spoiler alert. I will kill you. But maybe not right now. Yep, I will. Thank you, Jeff. And since I know you won't do yourself, there you go. Alright. How much concrete did I leave myself in here? Probably not enough. Probably not enough. Superpowers. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to leave like 2 spaces here. I want to put the space elevator right friggin' here. Front and center. Well, by this intersection. Yeah, the floor is too steep. I need some perspective here. Let's get one of these things here. I forgot how big this damn thing is. Alright, it's like 7 by 7, I think. I think I'm going to orient it this way. We're going to put it right up to the edge of the foundation there, if I can line it up properly. Maybe? Or maybe I should come in 1 meter each way. Let's see where this is at. Hey, Jake. Welcome. Let's watch the animation again, because this is still one of the best animations in the game. Ontario Gardner, thank you also for the resub. 5 moons in a row. Mucho apreciado. Here it comes. What's the other one that I like? I have a vague recollection of there being another good one. That was a weird, glitchy distance thing. Alright. Flip it in. Lock it down. $480 iron, 2 Mark II miners going to the iron building, making rods, plates, and screws. 4, 3, and 3 each. Constructors. I would have to do the math too. I can't do that without, you know, spending the time to do it. Let's do. Can I do something small here to see the? Yeah, there's the line. So I am 1 meter in from there. I'm 1 meter in from there. Perfecto. So it is indeed. Oh no! Whew. I'm 1 meter in from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oof.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. It is indeed 7 by 7 minus 2 meters. But yeah, Dick, I'd have to do the math too. You're catching me at a disadvantage on that one because I don't know without doing it. All right, so that's a good spot for this. I think we can connect. We can connect everything up on those 3 belt inputs down there from whatever we decide to make up here. Okay, so we need 2,500 of those freaking frames. Those are made either in an assembler or a manufacturer. Do our math, yeah. Then you're paying the wrong guy. That's, okay, those are frames and beams. Let's see, this is... We only have 1 recipe for this, so that limits our choice there. But that's smart plating. We need to look at the recipe again for smart plating. We only have 1 recipe for adaptive control units, too. But that takes the something other things, too. We have all those parts. We have all those parts. And we have those parts. Wait. We need to look at Smart plating and the wiring one. What the heck is that called? Let's look at. Let's put down a constructor. Let's go over there. Tell a dad joke and a hydrate. I will do that. There. There. And here. Oh, hydrate. And a posture check. Tell a hydrate joke. Yeah, I don't think that's a thing. Let's do... I gotta find where my spot is. I close the tab. I should stop closing the tab. I decided to sell my vacuum cleaner. It was just gathering dust. Except that maybe I wanted to be able to walk over there to check which ones I need to make. The framework, though, I think I saw was... There's 2 recipes for that, right? Hi, Ontario. I am shouting. I think I want to just make the standard recipe of this, don't I? Or do I... No, because we got to bring in rubber anyway for this one. So we might as well make... Well, we could consider making the alternate recipe for this. It would reduce our steel demand, but it would cost us rubber. We're not using hardly any rubber right now. Anyway, we're making computers with it, but not much. Cuts our steel costs in half and replace it with rubber. It's made in manufacture, but they make 1.5 times, made 1.5 times faster. All the emotes. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I save the steel or not bother? We got to bring it up here anyway. I kind of want to just not bother and just make the assembler recipe because I don't remember how much rubber I'm making. Oh, hey. Wally's playing. Yes, Wally's playing games. So we'll do the assembler recipe for the framework, versatile framework. The modular engines need motors, of course, rubber, and smart plating. Smart plating, I think, is made in an assembler. Is any of these parts actually made in a constructor, or did I make the constructor for no reason? Made the constructor for no reason. Snake, why you no move? Let's see. So, versatile framework. Smart plating. Smart plating is those 2. Not a big deal on those either. And then automated wiring is here, but I have a vague recollection that you can actually make it with an alternate recipe too. Let's take a look at what the heck. Not that one, this one. The adaptive control unit. Made in a manufacturer. Yeah, there's an alternate here. Okay. Yeah, that's that one, and then this one. So, do we want to do stators, wire, and high-speed connectors? 3.75, 75, 1.875. We don't have high-speed connectors made, so that rules this one out. I hope. Yeah, okay. Stators and cable, then it is. Yep, that's what we're going to do. We haven't made high-speed connectors yet because they're ridiculous. They're not ridiculous to set up, but you need a ridiculous number by the end, so yeah. Not going to do it. Wouldn't be prudent. Alright, so we are going to need this building to make... Oh, there's an ultimate plastic smart plating. Not going to do it either. What does that save? 2.5, 2.5, and 7.5, making 5. Two and 2 make 2. Yeah, that saves a lot. Hey, Gabriel, and... No, never mind. Never mind. Bye. Okay. So that does save a lot of materials because 2 and 2 make 2 here. Two reinforced iron plates and 2 rotors. And here it's 2.5 and 2.5, but they make 5. So they make, well, 2.5 times as much by adding in some plastic. But do I really want to bring plastic up here? I'm thinking not. So in that case, we need to take some notes. We need to make 2,500 of these ridiculous things. So 2,500 framework. That means we need to have 1 frame and 12? Holy crap. 12 beams. The 2,500 frameworks are at a rate of 5 per minute. I could have sworn Calidorn already ran, or did an auto mod command for that, but apparently somehow they snuck around it. I'll have to look at what his command was, but Calidorn already set up a command for that. Something like that anyway. That's what I pay him for. 1 frame at 2.5 per minute, and then the beams are at 30 per minute. Yes, exactly. Let's see. Next thing. Next thing is modular engines at the manufacturer. We need 500 modular engines. All your fellows are bots. You're not exactly famous. Yeah, that's exactly the thing. That's at 1 per minute. Okay. Modular engines. Yeah, I should have just made these closer. Modular engines. There. 2 motor at 2 per minute. 15 rubber at, you guessed it, 15 per minute. And 2 smart plating at 2 per minute. Now the smart plating takes stuff. Don't keep scrolling up, game. Smart plating takes 1 rip at 2 per minute. Okay, that's a 1-to-1 ratio too. That's good. Between this building and the other one. And 1 rotor at 2 per minute. Okay. Next up. 100 ACU at 1 per minute. Oof. 15 auto wiring at 7.5 per minute. 10. Alrighty, Jeff. Have a good lurk. Circuit boards at 5 per minute. 2 HMF at 1 per minute. Oh, that makes 2. 2 ACU at 1 per minute. Or, yeah. Then did I screw the other one up? No. Okay, good. It was just a bot, don't worry. Fix my notes a little bit here. Okay, 2 heavy modular frames at 1 per minute. And then 2 CPU at 1 per minute. We have a lot of stuff to bring up here. It's a lot of trains. All right, and then the automated wiring, we're going to make in the assembler. Automated wiring. We need 7.5 per minute, so that means we're going to need to do 1 auto wiring at 2.5 per minute. So that'd be a 3-to-1 relationship there. 1 stator at 2.5 per minute. And 20 cable at 50 per minute. Boy. Okay, so listing out all the things we need. We need frames and beams. We need motors. We need rubber. We need rip. We need rotor. We need stator. We need cable. We need circuit boards. I get the hiccups for some reason. We need HMF. And we need CPUs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 things. That's if I didn't screw anything up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 items. Oof. That's a lot of stations. I should probably go get some more concrete. I also don't have very much clearance down here. I have more clearance on that end. I'm almost to the hill on this end. Well, 11 stations is going to be 55 foundation widths. I don't have that, which doesn't surprise me at all. Even if I did, I was like, what the heck is that up there? That's the sulfur mine up there that I climbed the mountain to get to. Here, I'm at 16. I obviously want to do more than one row, because to not do that would be insane. Do I need to end up doing some this way, though? Probably. I also need to avoid that stupid thing. Which I'm probably just going to do by taking this out. Yeah, let's do this now, just for fun. Take this out. Because if we're going to engage in ridiculosity like this, then we're going to engage in ridiculousness like this. Oops, wrong thing. E, please. No, not E. R, please. There we go. Now it's all secure. So I think what I should do is do double rows. at least a double row. And they bring all the crap back here to be manufactured. Now what we're going to need is, if we say we want one manufacturer or one assembler making the 2500 frameworks at 5 per minute, which I think we're going to want more than that, then that's going to take us 2500 divided by 5, which is 500 minutes to make. I think we want more than that. But it's one assembler making those to one manufacturer making, in terms of what we're going to get out of this, making the modular engines. Yep, building them all right here. We're going to bring in all the materials and build them all right here. That's what I'm trying to figure out how much space we're going to need for the actual factory. Manufacturer plus one assembler making the modular engines. Although I guess I could do multiple floors. Ooh. No. And then I think I need to multiply that by 5. Yeah. 5. 5. And then that'll be just as fast as one manufacturer plus 3 assemblers. I can't spell assembler for some reason. So if we make, let me get the factories back out so I can talk through this. One assembler for frameworks, and then we need to have yeah, I'm making 4 assemblers for motors, I think. And then we need to have 2 of these, so we can space this, or lay this out, or talk this out. Alright, so we're going to make first little frameworks here. 5 per minute. We need 2,500 of those. We're going to make, this will be smart plating, and this will be modular engines. Modular engines make 1 per minute. We need 500 of those. And then the smart plating makes 2, and this needs 2 per minute. So that's a 1-to-1 ratio between this building here and this building here. And then down here, we're going to have ACU. Not that. That's not ACU. ACUs. That needs 7.5 automated wiring per minute. And this makes 2.5. So for that, we're going to need 3 of these. To one of these. Given this makes, we need to make 100 of these at 1 per minute. That's 100 minutes of processing time. So if we want to speed these up to be 100 minutes of processing time, we need 500 of these. It means we need 5 of these. So 5 manufacturers making modular engines, 5 assemblers making smart plate to feed those 5. And then that means we need to have 5 assemblers making versatile frameworks at, in order to get 2,500 of these made in 100 minutes. Because that'll make 25 times 100 is 100 minutes. So I think that's a good target to make 100 per minute, or to make this all in 100 minutes. So we need to have 5 of these, 5 of those, 5 of those, 1 of those, and 3 of those. That's not that big. I mean, we're talking about, yeah, it's not that big. Thank you, Jake. So I took notes so I can remember what I need to build. But that's not that big, so we could build all that over here even, maybe. And we could do it on multiple stories if we needed to. So let's look at stations again here. This makes me nervous. Hmm. Hmm. 1, 2, 3. Here. And I'm still out of concrete. I need to go get some more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. A lot more concrete. Yeah, there's some SAM ore in a rock down there. I gotta avoid that. No, that one I can blow up. I gotta avoid this one, which we could just build around again, I suppose. If I brought the input train in, and I looped it around behind a row of stations that are here, brought it around here, how much I could actually fit in here? I could loop that. I could S-curve loop that around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It looks like I could potentially fit 3 stations that way. Oh dear God, this is going to be horrid. I'm going to have to do 4 rows of 3 stations to get 11, well 12, but 11 stations in. All right, we need more concrete. We need more concrete. You're making, which computer recipe you're going to use? Addicted? Do I have enough room for all this now? Yeah, just. I'm going to drop some of this stuff in a box right here. No, it's an organization. Put it inside the hitbox. Half of these, half of those. Keep that. I need to trash. Oh, trash this stuff. This stuff. You can have some of these. Probably have at least that partial stack of plastic. Some of those. Yeah. And I didn't even bother going to pick up those 3 that I blew up already. Hey, doggo. Let's take this train out. Well, let's... Do I have enough stuff? I don't have the stuff. I don't have a... What's it called to build one? Just turn this train around the old-fashioned way. Rebuilding it. There we go. Okay. Let's go to someplace that likes concrete. Steel concrete. Turn on. There we go. Always more concrete. Yeah, this is going to be a big freaking train station. Big freaking train station. Yeah, see, that signal won't turn green until that train has entered that other intersection. There. Hey, Armandus, welcome. I did an amazing job. At what? One of these insane things, I'm sure. Alright, here we go. Take it all. Fill it up. Alright, and then this, and then we'll go up to power again. And I'll just interrupt it before we get there. I can't imagine spending more than a couple $100 on a motor, so... You're learning? Yeah, this game is, it's a lot more complicated than people give it credit for. I will say that. It's definitely not a, is not just a simple game. Which really, basically no factory games are. Just kind of by their nature. Self-driving off. I'm going to turn here. Pull into the station, kind of. Alright. Oof. Oofa. Okay, so if I did 4 rows of 3 stations, what's the minimum distance that each one has to be apart from the other? That is the question. Or the amount of distance that each one's going to take up, I should say, depth-wise. Oops, wrong thing. R that. Freight platform. That's 4. We don't need the parking spot because we're never going to have more than one train here. So then we need to have 1, 2, 3, or whatever sort of curve exit we're going to want to have here. 1, 2. Why is that off? Oh, because I'm in the wrong spot. All right, that's fine. 3. I didn't line everything up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is the minimum number of foundations that I can have here. Welcome back, Jeff. I can potentially save myself a little bit. Maybe a lot. Oh, I can save myself a bit by doing a ridiculous curve structure here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 to here. It's an unlong absence. Maybe. Back in a butt. So it's too bad the curves have to be so huge. This is the output rail. Does that help me any? Hmm. Okay. God, this is ridiculous. I mean, I suppose I should make each one of these things at a different spot and then ship the 3 things in, but setting up that many temporary factories... Ugh. I mean, I guess it ends up being the same either way. And that is an option. Oops. Okay. I kind of just wanted to make them all here. Although in the future... Do they have any shared materials? They don't. Man, I wish I had a map, too. That would be nice. Let's rethink this slightly. See if I can do something different. Because this is just getting too big for one spot. That's intersection there. I could literally do peel off down anywhere down there, really. Make one thing like here. One of them's going to need 2 in, then 1 out. That's the problem. Because then you have to have the output station. Well, or do you? Ooh, here's a crazy idea. What if I brought these 3 sets of things into 3 different stations? Like one off of here going this way, one off of here going that way. And then I belted the items over here to the space elevator. And then the 3rd one over here behind where we're at now. Crazy idea time. Yes, indeed. So one of them is only going to need to have 2 items in a station. One of them will need to have 4. And one of them will need to have 5. So this one has the most space. I think we're going to have to do that. We're going to have to do it. Yes, crazy idea time. Is that a better option? I think so. Let's pretend that it is. If we peel these off here, in between this signal and that signal, actually between these 2 signals. No, that's too close then. I need to have this signal here be at the output of the intersection. That's the 2 meters. That's the 2 meters. Actually, I think we might be able to pull this off. Let's see. 2 meters, or 2 meters. 2 foundations here. 1, 2, 3. You should go that way. And 1, 2. Nope. I'm 1 foundation short. Well, we can scooch it. We can scooch it. 1, 2, 3. Let's go here. That'll be the intersection point. That's already 2 meters. So I can go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. To here. And then you go 2 foundations here. 1, 2 here. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 to here. And then I have to adjust this one to be only 7 foundations long instead of 8. And of course, I have a box of stuff because I have too much concrete in my inventory now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to here. And then U2 foundations go there. Where'd you go? Where did he go? Okay. This is just crazy enough to work. Alrighty, thanks for the lurk, Lana. In a little while. Just crazy enough to work. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to here. And you too, and we'll take it out when we put the signal back in. This goes over here. This goes over there. This goes here before I fall on my something. We need to go that way too. Do. This goes here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 here. And 2 more. Two to here. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There. You. 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 And you. And then we need straight throughs, of course. Of course we do. What intersection would be complete without the straight throughs on the straight through line? None. That is the answer to that question. This is a path. Means that's a nobody. I hope you didn't produce a box. I bet you it did. Means that that's a path. Remember, we have a box hidden down here someplace too. Right, I need to go get rid of something. A couple of stacks of concrete, maybe. Yeah, this is going to be a more intense build than I originally thought. Alright, I might have a box down here. I don't. Okay. However, I do have a box right here. Somehow or other, I managed to select the, yeah. There. There. This one. Oops. E. Okay. That might be good. Alright, so we're going to put the 2-station one in here, I think, because... yeah. So we need to go out... about 13. And we need to go back... was it 11 that I mumbled earlier? Hard to say. I do a lot of mumbling. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I could squiggle this to save myself a little bit of room. 1, 2, 3. 1.5. I need more. Half and a 1. That should go to here. 1, 2, 3. Yep, there. And then I'm out of a road here. Where we're going, we don't need road. 1, 2, one more of these here. Wait, how did I... Oh, I can't do this. Nope, I can't do the squiggle unless I want more distance. And we're not going to do it. Because... how about to here? 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'll do a waltz. To here. This is where the first station can go. To here. Did I hit that right? I screwed that up. I got it right. Okay. If I'm right, this should be a gap of 4. It is. Excellent. Alright, okay. Train station. Other way around, please. There. And then E for freight platform. Excuse you. This way. So yeah, I can't do the swirly twirly gumdrop thing here. Okay. Means I need another station over here, which means I need to destroy some stuff. Not that way, that way. Boom. That's 2. We need to go 3 more. Why not what? The whirly twirly gumdrop thing? 11? I'm not cornering into that, am I? No. Boom. It's too close for comfort. Oh, nice. Thank you, autosave. You're gonna get it too, just because I don't like you, Frody plants. Goodbye. Auto pause, yes. Right here. Can add one more down there, I suppose, if I wanted. Row of foundations, that is. But I think that's fine. This whole, fill this hole in before I fall. And then I can hook that station up too. Okay, so that's 1 station for the 2 item frameworks. This will go here. This will go here. And etc. The output. Okay, so the inputs will go that way. We need a lot more than I thought we did. Do that times 11. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Surprisingly, no clipping here, except for this one. Goodbye, cruel world. Ah, freaking farty plant. Goodbye. Okay. I can't remember what the distance was. Was it 2? 2, 3. No, it was 3. Who the hell knows? 2, 3. Farty McFart plant. Okay, that's the output rail. This one's gonna be backwards to the other one. Train station. E for right, blah, blah, blah. We're gonna go that way. And then hopefully this is correct. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, yes. Something's not right. Oh, somebody... What did I do? Okay. I must have twitched. That's better. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 here. And then that goes into that. Nobody knows what I did. That's a path, goes here. This one goes there. Path. If this one's a path, that means that this one can't be here. There you go. Okay, so that is big enough to be the first station. We have enough room here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 3 more here. And 3, and 11. And then I bump into some clipping. You know what I say to that? Good day. Good day, sir. I don't know how I'm going to lay out the actual factory for these. As of yet. Oops. I think it's you. I said good day. Input. Yeah. Okay. That's right. Say hello to my little snowballs. Well, that doesn't sound right. Alright, this one's 3 things, right? 1, 2, 3. Crap, this one's 4 things. I think I checked. We need 5 more foundations. Times 11. And that means we need to blow some more stuff up. Let's all be sad about blowing stuff up. Hey, look, there's a mushroom down there. Bacon. I think that one needs to go too. I missed. Well, I didn't miss. I missed the wrong one, though. Where the hell? Is that really that one over there? Wow, it is. Snowball sniper strikes again. Goodbye. Okay. Cup of tea. I'm not going to do the buffer boxes on these. The rates just aren't there for this stuff, and we don't need that much brought up here anyway. So I'm not going to do buffer boxes. I may or may not pass the items down through. Given the amount of height we have here, at least, this one could be passed down, but doesn't need to be nearly as high of a service floor as we were doing before. I might even just do a 4-meter service floor instead of an 8-meter service floor entirely. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, good. Over here, what do we have? Over here we have farty rocks, I see. But I don't think we have any underneath this. No, we do have something here. What's here? Plant or rock? Rock. Okay, farty rocks in this area. So, we could tuck this under still. I think you can be blown up. Goodbye. So we could build a factory for this stuff right here. Behind the station kind of thing. That's not good. Don't blow yourself up either. Build a factory for this stuff here. Just do a small service floor to get the items out of the train and into the factory. That one, though, is going to be a little bit different because we need to have 5 items into that one. To be a little bit bigger. But not the ridiculousness I was trying to do. So let's redo some of this ridiculousness. See if we can come up with something different. Although maybe I do still want a double row. Yeah, let's try the double row idea. Let's just try. Okay, so you're going to go this way. 1, 2, 3. More than that. One, 2, 3, and then 3 more. Oh, that's it. That one's the one I gotta watch out for. I can do 2 here. Maybe. That's the end of my concrete. Can I fit this in? That is the challenge. Sniper. Here. 3. Here. Can I get 2 of these in here? Can I do it? I'm gonna go get that concrete I put in the Put in that box. Gonna need it. Could also potentially get rid of some of this concrete here because we're not gonna need all this, but I don't know how much we're gonna need, so I don't want to tear it up just to replace it. In the box, Molly. In the box. So I could have control-clicked on the concrete to get all the concrete. What time are we at, by the way? 11:09-er. Just a minute. Okay. I don't think this is gonna fit the way that I want it to, at least. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This one. That'll go to there. But the problem is, I need a little bit more room. Ooh. Ooh, will this work? This might just be crazy enough to work, y'all. I sound like Paula Dean over here. I'm out of computers. No! Did I put computers in that box? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Damn. Give me these 2 stations worth of computers. I'll just replace them. I'll go and get more computers in a little bit. Actually, we're actually bringing computers up here. One of these stations, in fact. Okay, this will go here, please. That'll go there. Oh my god, this is gonna work. It's a little out of the ordinary. This is gonna work. 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright, now bear with me in my insanity here for just a moment. This needs to continue this way. Some number of foundations that I don't have in my head just yet. We need to put this thing in here. We could do our ridiculous railings again. Thank you, autosave, once again. Okay. Like, that is too much to handle, that close. That it worked out that well. It's just awesome. Okay, so this rail is going to continue this way, and it's going to go around these stations and go into over there to connect up to the other 3 stations. Should I just make this one be the computers and bring computers up here for me? I think so. Impressive luck for sure, thank you. So, my train here, I want you to What is the station number? Something ridiculous. Car 54, where are you? Okay, edit timetable, delete that one. CPU, computer. And station 54. Ever bring a dad joke? I'd have to, I'd have to send it to get me more concrete later. But I can do that. Great idea. Dad joke time, huh? Let's do an unload train here. Okay. So, now, you folks, soonest you can go is here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I forgot dad joke time. 1, 2, here. Let's see. You know, people say they pick their nose, but I feel like I was just born with mine. The problem with having it bring me concrete is it's going to bring me a whole bunch of concrete. All right, you got to go. Okay, this goes here. 1, 2, right there. This way. And then this goes... I'm out of computers again. Hello, computer. It's gotta be over there by now, right? Train, there it is. They're coming back? Do any of these stations up here need concrete? No. So it's going to bring me a ridiculous amount of concrete that I can't really hold. I don't know if that's a great idea or not. Besides the fact that our concrete station is a bit sapped, so I'd have to send it to... Yeah, it's coming back. I have to send it to one of the unload stations for concrete. And we don't have one of those. Let's go ahead and name this station, though, since I've started using it. CL. This is ACU. Computer. Autosave. Thank you. There it is. It's already here. Here it comes. Or do I want it to dock? I probably do, but I'm going to grab a couple stacks first. And then I will edit the timetable to remove this one. Save. Wait. Turn on. Invalid next stop, my foot. Huh? Don't suppose I can line this up myself, can I? Here we go. Okay, you can dock in. Okay, more computers. Hello, computer. Let's see here. Right in there. Is that off by 1? Okay, we're gonna add 1 to this position. Then we go here now. Means I'll probably do the same for that one. Shift it over here by 1. We need to snipe some more stuff here. Boom. Oh yeah? Okay. Here. Let's go out 5 that way. Plus some more. And we'll go back this way by... I think it's 11. Some more trimming to do. Yes, I could just pick this stuff up. But then I'd have to delete it anyway. And snowballs are more fun. Trim the trees. Hit the snowballs. You. And somewhere over there. You. Good. You. Jake is incredulous. I like... Jeff, you haven't played this game, have you? Alright. That means this goes here now. And I'm out of cable. Ugh. Well, we actually need cable for this station up here, too. So we could bring that in, too. I don't get that reference. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, Jeff's a slacker. He's not here enough. I think I can just do this. Which would be super duper awesome. I could put a rail right here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, I can't do the curve. Right, I gotta go this way first. Add just a stub rail. I'm gonna delete it, but I'll add that in. Oh, I was thinking I'm alright. You're gonna blow in the F up. Alright, there we go. So this rail is gonna come this way. And it's gonna go along 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gotta do a little more exploding here. Explodinating. Look at the trees. There we go. That was a little bit of a dud there, but that's fine. Alright, cable. Ugh. Did I put cable in that box? Probably not. Let's see. 1, 2 here. No, actually this needs to be out further. Because it's got to make this curve. Okay, let's pretend there's a station here. Pretend time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, right here. That's a station. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we need to go out a bit more. 2, 3. out of concrete. Power of imagination. By the power of your skull. Uh-huh. Hello, other station. Exfoliate. Nice. I like it. Alright. That's almost good. We got one more blowing up thing to do here. Oh, can it? Is that one of the bad ones? Okay, good. Oh. Hello, Biter. Do you want to die today? There's an alpha there, too. Look at the alpha. Look at the alpha run. Coming back. Drum, drum, drum. Goodbye, alpha. Would this be exfaunate? I'm hitting him. If that's exfoliate, would this be exfaunate? I have a snow cone. He went way over there now. Is he hiding from me now? Yeah, he's hiding from me now. Can I do like 45-degree angle? Wow, that was actually further than I thought it would be. Still too far. Still too far. That's too hard to aim. I'm fine. Now I've got this too much here. Slugs? Borrow some of your concrete here. Nice. Okay, that comes out to here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I guess. Oh, I know where you're at, I think. You're over to the east. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you go here. Great. And now this comes over here. Two, 3, 1, 2, 3 to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I want to split the difference? Kinda. Kinda. 7. 7. Autosave. Once again. Alright, so here's my crackpot idea. Make it enough foundation to make this demonstrable here. So the incoming train comes in, splits off into these two stations, loops around, and then can split into these 3 stations without an exit rail in the end here. Let's see. We're gonna end here, minus 1, 2, 3, so I guess right there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 here. And then the third one, likewise. I guess I could have an exit loop, but I don't want one. If trains get stuck here, then that's their own stupid fault. And then here in the center, we'll have a rail. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, ending here. That one will come out the same to here. This one comes out like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 here. This one needed to move over by 1. We can go ahead and take care of that now. That's technically not right anymore, which means that I might have to redo these two. At least one of them. One, 2, 3, 1, 2 here. And then I can just redo this one to be a 3 instead of a 2. There. This one goes into nowhere. Right, this one goes to here. This one goes to there. This one goes to here. And this one goes to here. So we kind of have all 5 stations, all fed by the one input rail that's super huge, and then they're all feeding out into this one output rail here. That's my crackpot idea. And then they'll pass their items down through, except it might be tough because I think this is where we're close to the ground. That's where we're close to the ground there. We might be able to get it around here a little bit if we're creative with the lifts. Nice, Addicted. Nice indeed. If we're creative, we can get around that, I think. Yeah, I think we can do it. And then we'll feed those into a factory over here or wherever. And see what happens. Given the time is 11:30, we're going to end here for tonight. I will gather up some more materials, concrete, namely, whatever else I might need here since we're pretty sparse. And then when we come back on Thursday, which Thursday will be a normal length stream. Oh, you must be Central Europe or someplace in South Africa or something like that. Central Europe? Okay. Cool. So I'll gather up the stuff I need. Maybe I'll even gather up enough stuff to make all the factory buildings and such. We'll put this all together. And we'll feed all that crap into the space elevator. Maybe on Thursday. Maybe not till Saturday. We'll see. But Thursday will go the full length. I'm off work this week. So it'll be we'll go to 11:30 on Thursday. Did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? Great food, no atmosphere. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, who should we raid tonight? I think we should probably raid. Let's raid Pain Train. He's playing Escape from Tarkov again. Let's hop in there. Give him a quick hello, at least. And then we'll see you all on Thursday night. Thanks again, everyone, for the chats and the redeems. And thanks again, Ontario and Lana, for the resubs. And we'll see you all on Thursday for some more ridiculous factory building. Have a good night, everyone. Bye for now.